Hello, Happy New Year, everybody. January 2nd, 25. So it's nice to stream this all with you. Here we come. I'll go get me some coffee, go get you a beverage. Be right back.
Kia ora. No mai haere mai ki Aotearoa. Welcome to New Zealand and to Te Awaroa National Park. This little slice of paradise is teeming with creatures big and small, and more adventures than you'll find on any movie screen or storybook. Now I've lived out here in the Wop-Wops all my life, and never wanted for anything else. In fact, it's practically in my blood. This place and my family go way back. Things have been a little tricky lately, though. It's fast becoming somewhere I don't recognize anymore, and I don't like it. That's why I dragged you out here, Awaroa. With your help, we're gonna wean ourselves off outside money and make the Awaroa model for sustainability the entire South Island can get behind.
All right. Welcome, everybody.
Right, let's get moving. Glad to see you've arrived in one piece. Josh is my nephew. He just got his license, and I swear that kid spends more time with his hands on the radio dials than on the steering wheel. I hope he didn't talk your ear off. I've had to rely on him a lot lately since my legs started acting up again. I was planning to head out and meet you today, but here I am at home, propped up on 5 kinds of pillows. Doctor's orders. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat from me. Head over to the outpost marked on your hunter, mate. Let's get you started.
We'll go to the outpost.
I hope you had a chance to spend some quality time on your own before I ran you up. Your mate, Alejandra, said the two of you were on holiday? She had nothing but praise for you, by the way. Said you almost single-handedly turned things around for her in Cuatro Colinas. Well, naturally I have pretty high expectations, but let's take our time getting to know each other first. I'll admit that it wasn't just her recounting your heroic antics that made me pick up the phone. She said you were an iPod, stoic, practical, and probably born out in the bush somewhere. Just what I was looking for, in other words.
Oh, it looks like they readjusted this a little bit to make it better, easier to play. Well, that's kind of cool.
Not far now. We built these outposts in the early 90s. They got the works, repurposed materials, solar roofs, rainwater tanks. And good for the environment, doesn't have to mean bad for your back. It's pretty cozy inside. Go on, take a look. That was back when people used to just call you a hippie. Now everything's sustainable. Clean, green, eco-friendly. Hippies? Ha! Try trailblazers. See, we got company. That'll be Josh's doing, the brat. I told him to leave things be, but I guess he couldn't resist. Anyway, maybe it's just as well you get used to it. I'll fill you in later. Right, mate? See that camera on the table? Strap it to your chest and let me explain what exactly you're here for. There's a lookout tower not far away, so you can head up there and get a sense of the place while I flap my gums.
Oh. It looks like a GoPro.
Nice and tight now. Wouldn't want it coming off right when you've got a shot lined up.
See why I did that? Don't have to worry about going so far. Yes. Old turkey. There we go. Thing is, there's an outpost here and a tower, mind you.
So, the plan. I want to turn this place into a year-round retreat for hunters like you and Alejandro. So I don't spend most of the year worrying about whether our native plants are going to get overrun by deer again. There's a lot of filmmaking talent out here, and it hasn't been put to good use lately, if you ask me. So we're going to make a commercial, show the world there's more to New Zealand than haka and halflings. And who better to demonstrate the thrill of the chase than an experienced hunter like yourself? The Awaroa's pride was built in the 80s. Most of the other hunters out here are equally long too. Need someone young, new, dynamic, like you. The camera will do most of the work, so you just have to make sure it's on when you head out to hunt. We have a couple of strategic locations on our list to get through. But let's get you that view first. There's the lookout tower, just up ahead.
Yeah.
Just take that in. Spectacular, isn't it? This eastern area is all rolling hills and conifers.
There's
a
an
line
animal
of
right
mountains in
there.
the centre of the reserve, and native beech forest, and a lot of rain on the other side. Running low. The outposts have ammo of all kinds and more besides. Right, so remember Josh's little prank? This place doesn't receive a lot of government funding, unfortunately, and a couple of years ago we were running out of money for field research, and the outposts were in need of sprucing up. So I guess you could say we made a deal with the devil, the Hollywood devil to be exact. Long story short, they've just wrapped up filming for the final movie they were contracted to do. Some fantasy thing, shiny blade or shimmering dagger or something. Now let me check. Resplendent sword. I'll send you the blurb they gave me. My nephew tells me it's a big deal, but I'd certainly never heard of it before this. But yeah, as nice as it is that Te Awaroa's beauty is up on the silver screen for all to see, it's come with its share of problems, to say the least. The bigwigs left in a hurry, and we got left with a bunch of basically intact movie sets scattered here and there all over the reserve. Well, I'm telling you all of this because Josh just rang me up and said that he spotted another set on his way back. Not far from where I wanted you to try filming your first hunt. Can I trouble you to go clear it out? We can't run the risk of any of the props from the film featuring in our footage. Cheers.
So it's kind of right here. So that's why I put that tent here.
Feels like only yesterday Josh dropped you off. You've gotten the hang of the place awfully quick, I must say.
Now you can take your
Tricky
tent, of
little
course.
fella, eh? If at first you don't succeed and all that, you'll get the next one. Evidence you're not alone out there. Humbling, eh? What a mess. If I'd known this was gonna by one. Just bundle them into crates and I'll get someone to swing by later and transport them out of the reserve.
Let's see what the flag says. Turkey flying everywhere.
We got a little overly... Does that work? Nah, you're right. Medieval fear. Looks more than a bit incongruous out here if you ask me. Are those real oranges? Good enough to eat, eh? I hope it didn't have an actual fire in that thing. Imagine if some silly townie kid had wandered over here and decided it would be a good idea. That's the last of them? What's that note? Props list. Foam statue of haughty elf standing proud, 9 foam warriors, 8 golden goblets, 3 green screens. This reads like a Christmas carol. See any of those? Bit dodgy. Townies must have been up here. Well, even though this isn't our mess to clean up, I should probably ask around and see if anyone knows what's happened to the missing props. The last thing we need is to get blamed for this. Maybe they did a very selective sweep. I'll see if anyone has a big wig's numbers. Thanks for your help, Eho. Let's move on. Before you head off and film your hunts, first we've got to set the scene, so to speak. The marketing team's looking for some photos for the reserve website, something to give people a taste of what this place has to offer. Now that we've dealt with that bloody mess, you think you could head over to Lake Wakaiti and snap a few shots for us? There's a willow tree there growing right out of the water that all the influencers or whatever they call themselves go bonkers for. It does make for a good photo op, I'll admit that. This is one of the hunting spots my mentor used to take me out to. Bound to be something worth stalking in the area.
Pretty easy to do these old newer maps. The newer maps have some different dynamics.
If you're wondering why there's no one around, it's because the reserve is officially closed to visitors for the foreseeable future. Indefinitely conducting emergency field research, we said. Don't fall in now. Wouldn't be the first time that's happened to you. If that's what it takes to get the day trippers to clear out for a hot minute, so be it. I swear I haven't seen this place so deserted in about 10 years. Ah, it's lovely, actually. Even if I can only experience it through you. That'll do. It's looking well. We had some hoon try to saw off one of the branches a few weeks ago. Can you believe? Well, luckily someone managed to talk him out of it. We used to camp out here when I was little. Tramp over from the other side. Me and a gaggle of other kids carrying backpacks bigger than our whole bodies. Sometimes wedding parties will have the brides come up and sit on it. Wade right into the water and soak those dear dresses. Not much of that lifestyle left these days. I miss it sometimes. The tree is 80 years old. Started off as a stray branch nailed to a fence. It's a tribute to tenacity if you ask me. Right, now for our next destination. Head down to the shoreline. There's a set of huge boulders there that have to be seen to be believed. I don't really get why people fall over themselves trying to get slightly different variations of the same photo. Why can't they just stand back and enjoy it? I know what you're thinking. She's showing me some rocks. But trust me on this one. do our best, but we can't always prevent the poor critters ending up with junk in their bellies. Anyway, that's the situation.
Whoa.
I'll get back to you when you arrive. Just gonna head off for a minute and make some tea.
Huh. Man, that thing threw me a mile. Wonder it didn't kill me. I didn't do it any time. Let's did it. We'll definitely do this part and close. We're getting closer. Most of them.
That's better. Nothing like a good old Kiwi herbal blend to sort the head out. Well, look at this. Couldn't help themselves, could they? One last hurrah before we shut the place down. This really can't wait, mate. There's a little blue penguin population nesting not far from here, and they'll gladly take this for food. Okay, that looks manageable. Let's clean this up and take the photo, then we can talk hunting again. Well, as you can imagine, being featured in a host of box office hits has done wonders for our profile with tourists. Problem is, a lot of the people who come are just here to take a few photos, dump a heap of rubbish, and then leave unceremoniously. So we end up with messes like this one. I'd like to say that we've become the victim of our own success, but that's letting me off the hook. Right, there should be a stand over on the other end of the beach with rubbish bags and a picker. We went to all the trouble of installing these, and they still couldn't be bothered.
Alright, before I begin, I'm going to put my tent down, change the day, cause yeah. That's good.
Looks like they had quite the little feast. These kids would have nightmares if you showed them some of what I've seen out here. Birds with stomachs so full of plastic they can't eat. South Island University. I knew it. Way too many people around here who have never respected this place. You can leave them over by the stand. There, spick and span. You made quick work of it. That's a perfectly usable tent. No sense wasting it. Anyway, I've had enough of this. Now we need to ensure that we're attracting the right kinds of tourists, not just day trippers from Christchurch out on their school holidays. It's okay for people to come here and leave no trace, but it'd be better if we could rely on them to help us with our conservation goals. So hunters seem like the natural target audience. Our deer and goat populations need constant culling, and you better believe I've more faith in people who love the wilderness to respect the place than kids up to no good. At the risk of sounding like an old fusspot. Speaking of, let's do what we came to do and grab that photo. Lovely use of lighting. I may have to hire you to help out on my next book project, if I ever finish the current one. There's a lot of theories about where these boulders came from. Volcanic activity, lightning, even aliens. I've heard them all over the years. The boffins will tell you they were formed over 60 million years ago on the sea floor, like pearls. But that's not the whole story. When people first arrived in New Zealand, they took their staple crop with them, kumara, otherwise known as sweet potato. Unfortunately for them, the weather in this part of the country isn't exactly conducive to growing much, and the tubers withered and died. So they sent word to the Polynesian homeland, and a canoe set sail with a hardier crop. But it was caught in an intense storm just off the east coast. Each wave that struck it was so large that it made a new hill. Those are the ones you'll see further inland, and all of the cargo went overboard. And that's what these boulders are. Petrified kumara, eel baskets, calabashes. The canoe itself formed the reef further up. Moral of the story? Things have long shelf lives. A lesson I wish someone had taught those kids. Right, feeling warmed up? Good. It's time for you to show me what you can do. Camera on? Then you should have everything you need. Got Josh to set it up. He told me to tell you that it's state-of-the-art, equipped with Wi-Fi, so any footage you grab is automatically uploaded to our server. Not entirely sure what that means, but I guess I'll be able to see it on here. No pressure then. There's good hunting in the whole of this area, from up around where you cleared out the props earlier to closer to the beach. I wonder if these are the most studied rocks in the whole world. Gotta be up there with Uluru and Balanced Rock. Take your pick. But just one thing.
I'm doing a different map,
nice
dude.
on camera, so no minnows. Try for something at least 30 kg. The larger the better. Should be no problem for a hotshot like you. No word back from our friends in Hollywood regarding the props, by the way. My guess is that some townie thought it'd be a hoot to grab them for their crib. But I'm not keen on the idea of someone wandering around when we're supposed to be closed to visitors. Anyway, nothing you need to worry about right now. Just focus on those killer shots.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Over here and look for some animals. There's a bunch of fallow deer here. That's all right though, if there ain't. Anyhow, well, I'm just making short streams, trying to keep my stream shorter, is all. Yeah. Quacks. Ducks. Quack. Go up here and claim this place. So all you gotta do is shoot a fallow deer or something like that. It looks like one running this way, so he's gotta be right out here. See, he can't see you when your heart and the sound down on the right, when it's that line, he won't be able to see you unless he's right on top of you. When you're looking over a hill like this, all you got to do is watch for tracks. Hmm. I don't know where the heck he went. Well, I know they didn't smell me. The one aggravating thing in the game is that they readjusted the stuff on it. Kind of screwed the game up, as far as I'm concerned. Yo, outdoor kids, how you doing? How do you do? Interesting. Well, I don't know where the animals went, but we'll go claim this anyhow. A lot of things trigger spawns. Whack, whack. Hope everybody's having a great New Year. Hope everybody had a great Christmas. All right. Hmm. We'll just go along and not worry about the geese or the turkey, but we'd rather get a fallow deer, you know? We'll hunt back this way. Millions of turkeys in this game. Oh, let's check them out too. Looks like rabbits. Hey, what up? I see that deer, see? I got him. He disappeared through that shot, so my guess is he's dead meat. I'm guessing. Yep, he's dead meat, man. Got him. And that's a nice one, too. A dandy. Yeah. Oh, man, right in the spine. No wonder he dropped. Yeah. Nice. All right, we got him.
Not to worry. We'll fix that one up in the editing process.
Yeah.
A lot of people around here think that hunting's heyday peaked in the 70s and 80s. Back when you'd get scores of daredevils out in helicopters gunning down deer 3 at a time.
A lot of rabbits here.
That's not the done thing anymore, for a whole host of reasons. But these days, we need hunters more than ever. And I'm glad I have you on board to help us show the world that.
Anybody play PlayStation 5, hit me up. My name is Michael Vance.
You've got a fan here, what? Josh gave me a hand posting some footage from your hunt to the reserve chat group, and it caught the eye of our resident sharpshooter, Melanie Murphy. Melanie's the one who taught me to hunt. She's retired now, But back in the day, she worked out on those helicopters with the best, or worst of them. Rough as nails and with a sharp tongue to boot. We had a bit of a falling out 25 years ago. One of the choppers came down with us in it, so I injured my leg. I won't go into it, but we should never have taken on much else. Anyway, my mum always told me to let bygones be bygones and all that. Melanie's a better hunter than I'll ever be, advanced age notwithstanding. So I'll do my best to pass on whatever I've learned from her gratis. You're welcome. Right, back on track. Sorry to ask again, but I need you to do me a favour. No, it's not more cleaning up, don't worry. Get to the outpost I've marked on your hunter mate and I'll explain on the way.
Cool. Anyhow, thanks for watching, everybody. That's all we're going to do. We're going to continue on with a different map. Hey, thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe. Hey, if any of you want to add me, Michael Vance, I could sure use some help to find all the cabins, outposts. So appreciate y'all. Thank you. Have a good one. My name is Michael Vance, all lowercase. MICHAELVANCE. Thank you. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks.